Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Ganitha. In this video, we are going to continue with chapter number 6 of grade 6 mathematics of the new NCERT textbook Ganit Prakash. The chapter number 6 is perimeter and area. So in the previous videos, in the previous part of the chapter, we learnt about perimeter, then we learnt about area, formulas for finding out the area of rectangle, square, okay, using formulas, all those things we learned. We also solved the 10-gram puzzle and found out the area of the puzzle, the questions based on that. Now in this particular video, we are going to talk about area of irregular shapes, right? So let us explore that. So look at the figure below and guess which one of them has a larger area. Now, it is very difficult to guess like that, right? You may say that the green one has more. Someone may say the red one have more. Someone may say that the area looks similar for both of them. So you can't just guess like that, right? But we can estimate the area of any simple closed shape by using a sheet of square paper. Squared paper, the graph sheet, you can take even graph sheet, okay, for that matter, where every square measures 1 by 1 unit or 1 square unit, the area of each square. Okay. So to estimate the area, we can trace these shapes on that paper, on a transparent sheet of paper, and then place them on the square sheet, and then we count the squares. Now there are some rules to count squares for any irregular shape. So what is the rule here? So first is the area of one full square is taken as 1 unit, right? So if it is one full square, that is counted as 1. And if ignore portions of the area that are less than half. So if it is less than half, ignore it. If it is little more than half, then also ignore the remaining portion and just count that as 1. Okay. Now if it is more than half, then that also can be considered as 1. Like suppose it is like this. Little bit less than a square. That also is counted as 1, right? And if it is exactly half, if it is a right triangular shape, then that is considered as half. And if there are two such halves, we count them as half plus half, 1. So two halves can be considered as 1. So you will count full squares, you will count more than half squares, you will ignore less than half squares, and two halves make one whole. Right? So these are the rules you need to remember for square sheet. So you can take a square sheet and trace the above figures and then count and write the area and then compare. Fine. Now here there are some shapes given and we need to find out the area of the following figures. Let us do that. So now what we do, first we divide this into squares, right? So make full squares or half squares, right? So then it's easy to count them. So you can first count one full square, 1, 2, 3. 3 full squares are given and 2 halves are there. This is 1 half, this is 1 half. So half plus half will be 1. This together will become 1 and this 3. So 3 plus 1, 4 square unit is the area of this particular shape. Right? If it is given centimeter, you can write 4 centimeter square, or meter, then meter square. But here no unit is given, then we write 4 square units. So this is first answer. Now, second figure. So again, first let us divide it into full squares wherever possible. Then you just need to count how many full and how many half, right? So you can see how many full first we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 full are there. Then we count half. Here this is half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half. 6 half means 3 full, right? With this 2 together will become one whole, this 2 together will become one whole, and this half becomes one whole. So 3 holes like that and 6 full squares. So 6 plus 3, 9 square unit will be the area of the second shape. Okay. Now let us see the third shape. We divide it into, again, full and half squares. So to divide that, you just need to join the dots. Okay. Now let us first count the full squares. So how many full squares are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full squares are there. Fine. And how many halves? So let me change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half. 6 half means 3 full. Okay. Because this half plus half is 1. This is 1. This half and this half is 1. This half and this half is together 1. So 3 whole, 7 full squares. 6 half square means 3 full squares. So 7 plus 3 is 10 square units is the area of the third figure. Now let us see the fourth figure. We again divide it into squares, full squares. And now here this is tricky. You may feel it little tricky because here these are slanting ones. So what I told you, just join the dots. If you join the dots, you will understand that there are half squares, half of the square, triangular shape. You need to find out just the triangular shape, right? So now let us count first the full squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 full squares, right? Then how many halves are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again 6 half means you just need to do half of that. So 3 full squares. Okay. 6 half means 3 full square. How do you understand that? 6 half. So if I cut this, it becomes 3 full. Or you can understand this way. 2 halves make a whole. So these 2 together make one whole. Then these 2 together and the last 2 together make one whole. Right. So 8 plus 3 is the area of the last square is 11 square units. Right. So this is the area of the fourth figure. So this is how you can find out the area of irregular shapes. Now let's explore one more thing. A very nice question is asked, like why is area generally measured using squares? Why not any other shape? Right. So here draw a circle on a graph sheet with diameter or breadth of length 3 centimeters. Right. So, and count the squares and use them to estimate the area of the circular region. Why can't we use circles instead of squares to find out the area? So here, suppose they have told that there is a square sheet. And then we make a circle on it. So, like we can count here squares 1, 2, 3, 4. Ignore the smaller portions as the rule we learned. We can find out the area of that particular shape, right? But now, if we do the other way around, what will happen? Let us see. As you can see, circles can't be packed tightly without gaps. See here. What is done over here? In a square sheet of paper, instead of squares, circles are drawn. So we observe that the circles can't be packed tightly without gaps in between. It is difficult to get an accurate measurement because what about the space which is here, which is not filled in, right? This is one way of arranging where 42 circles are arranged. This is another way. They have tried to pack it more closely, right? Compared to this, they have kept in between two in the next one. But still there are some gaps, right? Here. Here 44 circles could have been fitted in the same sheet. Here 42, here 40. Still there is some gap left, right? So we will not get an accurate measurement if we use circles to find out area, right? Now they have also asked us to explore other shapes like triangle, rectangle. So to fill the given space without overlaps and gaps. So now you may like in the previous shapes which where we counted uh, the area of the shapes, there were triangles also. But what we were doing there, we were counting two triangles as one, right? So we were doing it two times. I'll just show you the picture, then you will be able to relate it better. Here, in this shapes, there were triangular shapes also. So instead of square, if we take triangles, we'll have to do it double times, you can see, because two triangles make one whole square, right? And for square, the sides are 1 unit, 1 unit. So one square unit, that's easy to count, and you will get a perfect measurement. Okay, here also you may place triangles without any gaps, that is possible. But again, you will have to do more counting and more calculation with triangles. And if you take rectangle now, rectangle, what is the disadvantage? Rectangle, the length and breadth are different. So you will have to first find out the area of the rectangle and then multiply it with the number of rectangles and all. Again, here you may get without overlaps and gaps. The space might be occupied in both these shapes, but you will not get accurate result. As square is the best regular shape. It is a perfect shape, you know. All sides are equal. So that's why square is used. Now they have asked, this is a question which you can try yourself. Find the area in square meters of the floor outside of the corridor. So either of your school corridor or maybe outside your house you can find out. And also find out the area in square meters occupied by your school playground. Right? So first you can try finding out yourself and then ask your teachers and confirm whether you are correct or not. Right? So this is about area of irregular shapes. We'll continue with this chapter in the next video. Thank you.